Hey there, Badger Nation. It is time for Badger football on this beautiful Saturday. Today's matchup is between the Snow College Badgers and the Lackawanna College Falcons. I'm Joe Williams with your play-by-play here alongside Gary Chittister.
Hey, Joe.
How you doing, Gary?
Excellent.
Good.
One of the very few afternoon games that the Badgers have had over the past few years, mainly done to accommodate Lackawanna. They wanted to be able to get back up to Salt Lake City and get on an airplane and head home, and did not want to wait until Sunday, so that's why we're here.
Lackawanna out of Pennsylvania, probably one of the furthest away teams that Snow College plays.
But it's either them or Miami. ASA Miami, the Badgers play this year as well.
Yeah, that game in 2 weeks, I believe. Last week's game was an amazing matchup. The Badgers took on Air Force Academy Prep and came back in halfway through the first quarter. They were down 9-0 after an interception and a safety.
Right.
Yeah, and Snow came back, of course, held them to 16 points by halftime and didn't allow their opponent to score again until for the rest of the game, and the Badgers took that one home 31-16. It was a fun game to watch.
Good win for the Badgers to bounce back after that loss at Butler Community College in Kansas. The Badgers started out with two very long road trips, 2 trips to Kansas against 2 nationally ranked teams. Week off last week against a nationally ranked team with Air Force, but now they've got Lackawanna, who's ranked 9th in the nation this week.
And Snow College ranked number 7. So this should be a good game between two very good teams.
I think an excellent matchup in store for this afternoon. We'll have to see if the Badgers can work on some of the issues I thought they had last week, which was some discipline problems.
Yes.
They had a game pretty much in hand, but ended up with some silly mistakes and allowed Air Force second and third opportunities. They've got to get rid of that because a very good team like Lackawanna, you don't want to give them extra opportunities.
Right. Yeah, with the unsportsmanlike conduct calls, the personal foul calls, just unnecessary. We'll see if Coach Andrew Mitchell has kind of whipped his boys into shape this week.
And we'll see what happens. The captain's out on the field right now getting ready for the coin toss. We've had the national anthem, and we'll be ready to roll here shortly.
Right. You know what was really impressive last week was Braxton Kerr. He threw their passing game was impeccable. Kerr this season has thrown for an average of 245 yards per game. Just an amazing arm on him. The only problem is his receivers don't seem to catch as much as they could.
Well, and he's had some problems with interceptions as well, and
right.
And I think some of that's decision making. He gets under pressure and doesn't maybe look off the main receiver and go to a secondary or third receiver.
Right.
And he's a good runner. He's a good scrambler. I think he needs to take more opportunities to scramble, get out of the pocket. That puts pressure on the defense as well. That they can't sit back and maybe play in a zone against the receivers. They've got to watch him.
Right, and I mean, like you were saying, their Snow College's number 1 running back is Shama Luwani. He has run 30 times compared to Braxton Kerr's 28 times. Braxton Kerr has 96 rushing yards this season. Just a good runner, and he knows when to run, I think.
Yeah, he needs to look for some other opportunities. I think he matured quite a bit last week, as he was able to not take as many sacks. He was able to throw a few passes away.
Right.
Now we're getting ready for the Haka.
A great tradition. Then, like we said last week, the crowd here loves to watch the team do the Haka.
I love the Haka.
Mm-hmm.
You got D-Bob Bailey right in the middle down there.
D-Bob is the Badgers' number 1 sports fan.
He is the number 1 fan for the Badgers. Well, the Badgers finish the Haka. They're ready to roll. Yep, thank you.
Okay. The Falcons will start by kicking off to Snow. Beautiful, beautiful day for a football game. Not a cloud in the sky. We're fortunate enough to have a canopy over our heads. You can see part of the pole in your picture there. We apologize for that.
Well, we're not in the press box, and to be able to see the computer screen, to be able to do the video streaming, we needed some shade, and the athletic department helped us out. So thanks to the athletic department, Gary McKenzie and Spencer Mack, who put up the canopy for us.
And here's the kickoff. Back to receive for the Badgers is number 7, Weston Barlow.
And he took a fair catch. So the Badgers will take it out at the 25-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
That surprised me a little bit. I thought he had some room that he could have made the catch and done something with it.
He had a couple really good returns last week. Barlow did.
He did.
He's just a good returner for kickoffs like that. So that surprises me as well that he would take the fair catch. Badger offense taking the field for the first time today. Braxton Kerr, the quarterback. In motion, Keyshawn McCoy. Excuse me, that is not Braxton Kerr. That was Garrison Beach.
Garrison Beach.
Ran it for a gain of 3 or 4.
So Garrison Beach gets the start at quarterback this week for the Badgers.
Yeah.
4 wideouts, 2 left, 2 right. Quick pass out on the flats, off the hands, incomplete.
Off the hands of Keyshawn McCoy there.
Got to look that one right in. He had some room to run too, I think, with that.
He did.
He would have been close to a first down. But you got to make the catch before you run.
Right.
We've had a lot of changes on the roster. We'll hope we get them right here for you.
Right, our printed roster is a little incomplete, so we had to fix them by hand just minutes before the game started. Beach in shotgun. Has 4 receivers.
Got a man wide open. Pass is caught by Jackson O'Hare. And O'Hare's going to have the first down out over the 45-yard line.
First yard and a lot. That was a good look by Garrison Beach to find the open man.
Badgers go with the quick no huddle.
Beach in the shotgun. He passes that to, oh no, he kept it. He kept it and almost for a first down.
Nice run by Beach. Beach has sparked the Badger offense here on their first possession.
Already just going right down the field, probably 30 yards so far this possession. So this is 2nd and 1.
Quick slant pass.
Keyshawn McCoy with the first down.
He's got it inside just barely inside the 40 or right at the 40. It looks like they're going to mark it.
Right at the 40. That'll move the chains.
Injured Lackawanna player goes off. Brandon Hickerson Rooks.
And there was the handoff to Shama Luwani, their number 1 rusher this season. He's rushed for a total of 148 yards so far this season, and he has an average of 47 yards a game.
Shama's a big running back, big, powerful running back.
Mm-hmm. 4 receivers.
Play coming in from the sidelines for Beach.
The Falcons set up with more cornerbacks to cover those receivers.
High snap, Beach pulls it down. They set up a screen and they broke it up. Boy, one player made that happen for Lackawanna. It was Robert Kennedy from Jeanette, Pennsylvania that came up.
I think that was for a loss of 1.
He was the only one that could have made that stop, too. He got past the blockers.
Yeah.
I think Luwani could have gone for a few more yards had not that good defensive play.
Very good defensive play.
Beach rolls out to the right, throws, got a man open, makes the catch close to the first down. He steps out of bounds early.
Tajon Palmer.
That's too bad.
Tajon Palmer with the catch there.
It's going to be 4th and about 1. What are the Badgers going to do here? They're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it on 4th.
Brings up 4th and short.
4th and 1. Beach keeps it.
And he's got it.
He's got it.
Well, it depends on where they mark it. I thought he got across the 30.
It looked like he got across there.
He did not get a very good spot. I think he's short. Lackawanna says he's short, and he is.
He is short. So a turnover on 4th.
Brought down to number 48, so Darius Payne, number 54.
Good defensive effort that time by the Falcons of Lackawanna, and they'll take over their first possession at their own 30, right in between the 30-31 yard line. Badger defense on the field for the first time.
Somebody to look out for on that Badger defense, Jeremiah, number 5. He's a linebacker, and he has had 19 tackles this season. Just a great tackler for the Badgers.
Handoff straight ahead for the Falcons. On the carry is Marcus DeShields from Clementon, New Jersey. Gain of about 5. Make it 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Matt Cavallaro from Matamoros, Pennsylvania, as their starting quarterback.
Play action fake, pass out on the flats is going to be hit immediately, but it's going to be a gain of about a little over 2 yards.
The tackle there by Wes Wright out of Manti, the local boy. You're saying Wes Wright is the older brother of Derek Wright, who played here last year and is now playing for Utah State.
Yeah, he had a touchdown last week for Utah State. Big third down here for the Falcons. 3rd and call it 4.
3rd and 4. Here's Cavallaro looking downfield.
Set up a screen, and that was picked up. Excellent.
That was good defense. The catch there, number 25 for the Falcons, Marcus DeShields.
I think it was Owen Fa'amoe that came up with the tackle.
Yeah. We are right behind the pep band here.
So 4th down and long, and so the Falcons will set up in punt formation.
You know, the nice thing about an afternoon game like this, you can see the numbers on the Badgers' gray uniforms.
A lot easier, you're right.
A lot easier.
Wow. No fair catch signaled for, and a great return. All the way out into Falcon territory. A late flag comes down.
Hunter Harris with the carry on that one.
Wow, that was a great return. He's a little shaken up. He got his legs cut out from under him. And a flag here. Looks like that's going to go against the Badgers. That's too bad because that was wide open. A great return. Illegal block in the back.
Yeah.
The only good news with that penalty, it was near where he was tackled, so you're only losing 10 yards. Sometimes you see that illegal block down the field, and it really nullifies a huge gain.
So it goes from the Falcons' 40-yard line to right at midfield, the 50-yard line, and it'll set up for 1st and 10.
Beach is out there at quarterback once again for the Badgers. High snap again, and Beach just takes it up the field and doesn't get much.
Braxton Kerr is dressed, but is down on the sideline with a headset. Must just be coaching Beach here.
I'm a bit concerned. Beach has done a good job of hauling in those snaps, but he's had 2 snaps that were very high, almost over his head.
Yeah.
So short gain, 2nd and 9 for the Badgers.
3 receivers.
O'Hare in motion. Passes out in the flat.
Keyshawn McCoy with the catch.
Got a block from O'Hare and a pickup of about 6 yards.
This will bring up third and about 2. Third and 3. Beach looking to the sideline for the call.
New running back in for the Badgers is Sione Malisi. Quick pass, caught.
And he has the first
Is that
down.
O'Hare again?
Yeah, that was Jackson O'Hare with the catch there.
You know,
And
Jackson O'Hare last week missed a wide open one, but ever since then he's had glue on his hands. He's been able to haul everything in.
Seriously.
That's another Snow College.
Jackson O'Hare with only 1 catch last week for a total of 30 yards, though.
Beach play action looking downfield. Flushed out of the pocket, under pressure, throws over the middle of the
Throws it.
field. Almost picked off.
Almost. That one intended for Keyshawn McCoy.
Gianni Gamble almost comes up with it.
You know, that's smart, though. He would have gotten sacked. Just maybe not the smartest placement of the throw.
Exactly.
Get rid of the ball, though. He passes that one off.
Malisi gets the handoff, and he's inside the 30.
Gets a gain of about 4.
Big third down for the Badgers again inside of Falcon territory, inside the 30 at the 29. They've got to get pretty close to the 20. Where have they got to get? About the 23-yard line. Beach throws.
That one.
I thought that was intended for the close man, and he let it go past him, thinking it was for the back man. The Badgers had depth play there.
Yeah.
And intended for, I thought it should have been caught by 16.
By 16, that's Keyshawn McCoy.
Keyshawn McCoy. So the Badgers going to go for a field goal here. It's going to be a 45-yard field goal attempt.
35-yard field goal attempt.
Well, but the...
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Going from the 35.
And it's plenty of leg.
And it's good.
It is good. The Badgers are on the board first.
Jose Pizzana with the field goal.
So the Badgers score first on a 45-yard field goal by Pizzano. Great kick. Plenty of leg.
3-0, Badgers up.
And the Badgers will kick off.
You know, it's a warm day here in Ephraim, Utah, but that does not mean that the stands are any less crowded. Just packed, standing room only, really. A lot of fans have brought their own lawn chairs and are set up in the shade of the new athletic center.
That's not a bad decision.
Not a bad decision at all. Down there at the south end zone.
Like we said just at the beginning of the broadcast, not too often the Badgers have an afternoon game since they put in the lights. Before that, it was always an afternoon game.
Right.
But they put in the lights a few years ago and gone to night games. And I've really enjoyed it. It's a lot cooler and a lot easier for us. We've had to put up a canopy to be able to give shade so we can see things on the computer. And we apologize. That's causing some issues with the camera, but we do what we can do.
Right.
That kick is out of the back of the end zone.
So the Falcons will take it from their own 25-yard line.
We are not ABC, ESPN, or Fox Sports.
We are Snow TV. We do what we can. But a beautiful facility here. Beautiful AstroTurf field. New athletic center. Great stands and brand new locker room right below the stands.
And I went through there this morning, and they aren't using it yet for the players. They still have a few things to fix up with the electricity, and then hopefully they'll be able to use that in the coming weeks.
Cavallaro.
Handoff is going to go over the left tackle, gain of about 5 out to the 30-yard line as the pile moved an extra 2-3 yards.
Alec Drake with the tackle there.
Marcus DeShields on the carry. 2nd and 5. Badgers jump. They do not get back, and they stop the play.
We'll see what the call is.
Normally they don't stop the play on an offsides. But the ref on the far sideline.
Offsides. The offside
They
on
said he made contact. I didn't see that.
Owen Fa'amoe. And that sets up the Falcons.
First down.
First down.
First down for the Falcons. Out to the 35-yard line now. Looking deep.
Looking deep.
Good
And
defense, but the defense misplayed the ball. Jumped too early, and the pass is going to be caught by the Falcons. That's number 2. Well, no, it's not. Is
that
3?
it looks like
Norvell Black.
yes. Number 3, Norval Black with the carry, with the reception there. A big play for the Falcons. Puts them into Badger territory for the first time. From the Badgers' 31-yard line. And stopped with a gain of about 2 yards.
I think they're going to give him forward momentum. I think giving him 3 on that.
Oh, wow.
Badgers with some substitutions. 3 defensive players come off. And Lackawanna going with a no-huddle offense now as well. 2nd and 7. Marcus DeShields in the backfield behind Matt Cavallaro.
Low snap.
But a handoff and breaking tackles into the backfield. Down the sidelines, a great run.
Marcus DeShields
By
with the
DeShields,
run
yeah.
there. Another first down.
That play was kind of off timing, but it worked out for the benefit of the Falcons. And a good job by DeShields to break 2-3 tackles and get down the sideline.
Yeah. So that'll set them up at the Badgers' 20-yard line, 21-yard line. Almost in the red zone. Oh, no, they are in the red zone.
Yep.
It is the 16-yard line. Excuse me.
Pass out on the flats, caught by DeShields, breaks a tackle. Did a great job just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain. Second and 10. Just an energetic crowd here today.
Calvin Bell is checked in from California, Maryland. He's the running back now behind Cavallaro.
Cavallaro in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers. Hands it off. And barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a yard.
Good patience that time, though, by Calvin Bell. There wasn't a lot there, but he didn't force his way into the hole until he could see that nothing was going to open up.
Right. A gain of 2 on that one, so it'll be 3rd and 8. They're set up. They have 4 receivers. Nobody in the backfield except for Cavallaro.
Incomplete. Good defensive play that time for the Badgers.
Broken up by Bujon Boyd. Great defense there.
Got a hand on that pass and broke it up.
And the field goal team will come on.
Injury out there for the Badgers.
Number 88, Max Christensen.
6 foot 256 freshman lineman from Skyview High School up in Smithfield, Utah.
Skyview, well known for their football program up there.
Gary McKenzie, the trainer, out there attending to the player. But as you mentioned, it looks like the Falcons will go for the field goal here.
Yeah.
And it will probably be about a 32-yard field goal attempt.
Christensen gets up and is able to walk off the field without any help. We'll see if he returns later in the game.
Yep. First meeting ever between the Badgers and the Falcons of Lackawanna College.
And already an exciting game. Only about 10 minutes in.
Field goal coming up by Cameron Sakati. Low snap, it's bobbled, it's on the ground. The Badgers try to pick it up.
Get it.
Now it's a foot race. If they get a block.
It's a 50.
Oh,
45.
turn it back inside. That's too bad.
And he's out at about the 45-yard line. A fumbled kick there. Oh, my goodness.
Big special teams play that time. Lackawanna just couldn't cleanly handle the snap. Had it loose on the ground instead of falling on it. They tried to pick it up. The Badgers pick it up and end up getting a nice return. So they'll have good field position here against the Falcons.
The Falcons' 35-yard line is where they call them out. So incredible field position. Alton Jones with the carry there.
Beach still in at quarterback. He moves O'Hare from the left side to the right side.
2 receivers, 2 running backs. Fakes the handoff.
Throws, he's got a man over the middle.
Almost
Bad
pulled
timing.
in. Bad timing.
It was. I think the receiver jumped a little too early.
The receiver
We can
there.
watch this on the replay coming up.
The receiver there, Tajon Palmer.
But I think he jumped just a little bit early, and then it went over his outstretched hand.
We'll see here. Yeah. Just a little bit early on the jump there.
So 2nd and 10. Badgers tried to strike quickly after the recovery.
Beach holds it.
Gets loose. Good gain.
A good gain. 8 or so yards there. As Gary mentioned earlier, we are not in the press box here. We are immediately to the side of it. And because of that, about half of the north end zone is covered from our view. So Gary has to go down the stairs a little bit in order to see any of the end zone. Here's Beach, and he throws. Pass a little wide for Tajon Palmer.
So do the Badgers. Badgers are going to go with field goal, it looks like.
4th and 2. This will be probably about another 45-yard attempt, 44-yard attempt for Jose Pisano.
And we know he can kick it that far.
Yes, we do.
And he's done it again.
It's through the uprights.
So he's got a 45 and a 44?
Yes, sir. What a talented kicker for the Badgers.
He's good. Garrison Beach is the hole.
So the Badgers are up 6-0 with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Badgers will set up here for the kickoff. Jose Pisano with the kickoff. Pisano, 5'7", 223 pounds, out of Lehigh, Utah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he had an offer from a D1 school.
Fans, let's recognize.
He's definitely got the leg.
Yeah, with a 45-yard field goal and a 44-yard field goal, he's proved that in this game alone.
Willow Creek in.
Kicking game can make a huge difference. I think of the University of Utah, and they've had a couple of Ray Guy winners as punters and some excellent field goal kickers. Looks like the Badgers have a pretty good one right now, too.
Into the end zone.
No return.
Touchback.
You know, and you can't overlook that aspect either. Not giving the other team an opportunity to return a kickoff.
Right.
That's huge.
Right, and it sets them up for decent field position. Not amazing.
Well, you never have to worry about the long kickoff return if you're kicking a touchback.
Right, better their 25-yard line than your 25-yard line any day of the week.
So the Falcons out, 1st and 10 from their own 25. They had the big pass play their last possession.
Cavallaro passes it, hands it off.
To DeShields, I think.
Marcus DeShields. A gain of 2 or 3.
I think
that made him
no gain.
No gain.
Yeah, it's right back at the same spot. I thought he had a little bit of an opening, but
yeah,
that handoff was a little bit deeper in the backfield. So DeShields again in the backfield with Cavallaro.
Tony Mafaleo with the tackle there.
Badgers have really spread out the defense right here. And the pass is going to be out again for Black. And Black again makes the catch, gets away from the Badger defense.
Stiff arm and goes out of bounds at about the 22-yard line.
Badgers might want to think about double coverage on Black.
Yeah. That's 2 big plays for Black.
And that one, that pass was right on the money.
Yes.
I think the first one, the defense was in position but didn't time the jump right.
Right.
But it was still a great catch by Black. That one, there was nothing the defense could do.
A beautiful pass by Cavallaro there. 1st and 10 from the Badgers' 24-yard line.
Flag on the play is probably going to be offsides, but they're probably going to take the play here as DeShields gets a gain of about 7.
Mm-hmm.
Where the flag was thrown, I think it's going to be offsides.
Back down by number 96, Tuyumi Iona.
And we'll wait to sort it out. The Badgers do some subs on the defensive line.
As you mentioned last week with the refs, one of the refs threw the flag, and then they all came together to discuss what they saw before they come out with the call. And I really like that, where they get all the perspectives to make sure that there was actually a penalty.
Encroachment, number 30 of the defense, 5-yard penalty, replay 1st down.
Wow, I'm surprised they didn't take the play. That nullifies a 7-yard gain by DeShields, so they take less yards but save a down.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 1st and 5 inside the 20.
From the Badgers' 19-yard line, Cavallaro. And he keeps, oh no, he handed it off. Marcus DeShields with the carry there.
I think that might be Kareem Hall. I think they had a substitution.
Yes, you're right.
Kareem Hall on the carry. So they're in the same position anyway. 2nd down and 3.
He has 3 receivers.
Cavallaro going to the end zone. Defense is back there. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Intended for Quentin Sanders from Fort Lawn, South Carolina. So it'll be 3rd and 3.
Cavallaro pass intended for number 1, Quentin Sanders. Brought down by number 30, Cervantes.
Cavallaro, a freshman out of Matamoros, Pennsylvania.
3rd and 3.
Big 3rd down here for the Falcons.
3rd and 3.
Handoff is going to be short of the first down.
Kareem Hall.
Kareem Hall again on the carry, but he only picks up maybe a yard at the most.
Yeah, not enough for the first down.
So decision time here for the Falcons. They go for it on fourth, and they're going to go for it on fourth. Not going to try the field goal again. So a big fourth down here for both teams.
Down by 6 with a minute left.
And the Badgers jump off sides again.
That's the third time.
Oh, my gosh.
Third time that has happened.
Oh, they're calling illegal procedure. They're calling illegal procedure is what I saw the initial call.
We'll wait and see what the official call is here.
And the coach for Lackawanna.
And it is against the offense.
Yep.
Against the Falcons.
That is a huge penalty against Lackawanna. I thought it was against the Badgers, and it would have been an automatic first down.
Yeah.
Or enough yards, I should say, for the first down.
A big break for the Badgers.
And I don't know if anybody watched, but Black made a tremendous one-hand catch down the sidelines.
Yes, he did.
Even though the play was nullified. So big fourth down. They're still going for it.
4th and 8. 4th and long here.
Caballero back to pass, going to Black in the end zone. Tipped away at the last second.
Oh, that one tipped away by Bryce Hampton.
That is amazing because Black had him beat. The pass was just a titch underthrown. That would have been 6 had the pass been out in front of Black.
Bryce Hampton with the tip away there. What a good defense the Badgers have had so far this game.
So the Badgers take over on downs.
From their own 22-yard line.
Again, Beach at quarterback for the Badgers. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, goes right up the middle of the field, and picks up about 9. Almost close to the first down.
Very close.
They're actually going to give it to him.
They're moving the chains. So a 10-yard run for Beach.
That's something Beach gives you. He is a runner.
Right.
So the Badgers going to run a lot of option here with Beach. And already we've seen him take a few. So that's the end of the first quarter of play. The Badgers lead at 6-0.
Beach doing so well as their starting quarterback this game. A little concerned about Braxton Kerr. We have not seen him at all so far.
Don't know if something happened during the week where he might have gotten injured or if he was banged up from last week.
Right.
But Braxton Kerr, as you mentioned, is on the sidelines. He is dressed. But he's been signaling in plays so far here in the first half.
Right.
One thing about it, with the Badgers running a lot, Lackawanna has been running quite a bit.
Yes.
We're in for a short game.
It's not like last week where we had Air Force running pretty much every play and the Badgers passing pretty much every play.
Passed quite a bit, yeah.
Both teams have had a good mix so far. Beach sends Weston Barlow in motion.
Under pressure is Beach. Beach throws. And that could be, they're going to look, see if somebody was there. Oh, it looks like Shama Lawani is saying I was being held trying to get it. The Badgers were setting up a screen that time. Lawani was signaling, hey, I was being held. I couldn't get into to my pass route. Now the refs are still talking.
They're talking. They're discussing
this
it.
Still might.
No call yet. No call.
No call. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. It looked like it could have been called as an intentional grounding, but Shama Lawani was trying to get into position for that. Beach back to pass.
Looking down the field, and he finds his man.
Over the middle of the field. Good pass that time for It's not Sirquan Hawkins. Who did
That
we
was Hunter Harris.
Hunter Harris.
Hunter Harris with the catch there.
So 3rd and short. Beach.
Oh.
Quick pass, and that's going to be caught enough for the first down.
Kevin Wright with the catch there.
Number 80, Kevin Wright.
They're going with the hurry up, no huddle. 1st and 10 from the 50.
Beach keeps it. Does the option and keeps it, turns it upfield and picks up about 7. I'll tell you what this no huddle is going to do for the Badgers. It's going to have its effect later on in this game.
Yes.
We're at almost, 5,600 feet elevation, which is much higher than Pennsylvania. and I think it's going to have an effect maybe later on. Under pressure is Beach, gets away, throws. Now he just throws it away.
Throws it out of bounds.
Good job by Beach, yeah.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Good pressure that time by Feldarius Payne.
I believe so.
From Suffolk, Virginia, a sophomore, playing that right defensive end.
Like you just mentioned, we are high in the mountains here, 5,600 feet elevation. So this must be pretty hard on those running Pennsylvania players.
Well, when you don't give enough time to catch your breath, I think that's when it'll have its effect.
Agreed. That
Pass
one
too
high.
Yeah, intended for O'Hare, but incomplete. Badgers have a decision to make here: punt it away or go for it here on 4th.
Beach is lucky that was not picked off there.
You're right. Just a little too high for O'Hare.
Yeah.
And the Badgers are going to punt it. Okay, so that's a different number 2.
Way Stanton.
Way Stanton is the punter. The Badgers do have 2 or 3 different punters that they use.
Mm-hmm.
Snap is high.
Here's
Stanton
Stanton
looking things over. Now he kicks a high left-footed kick, and that is not going to net very much.
That goes out of bounds.
That is not a very good punt, I have to say it.
No.
That's only about a 12, 13-yard punt.
Yeah. But the Badgers last week, they were set up for a punt. You remember the trick play.
Yep.
And he was looking to punt it, but there were no defenders on him, so instead he decided to hold it and run it and got the first down.
That's a design play when you've got a rugby-style kicker that he he runs and he just has to look downfield, see if he thinks he can get it, and a lot of times the coaches will give him that option.
From their own 30-yard line, the Falcons.
Good run this time by DeShields, breaking tackles out near midfield.
An amazing gain of about 15.
That's the best run so far for the Falcons. They've had a good pass play, a couple of good pass plays to Black, but that's the first big running play.
So that'll set up another first down.
And the Falcons also going no huddle. Badgers again jump off sides. They let this one play. Intended out there for Black and incomplete, tipped away by Cervantes White.
Yes.
I don't know what Cavaliero's doing with his snap count, but he's been very effective at drawing the Badgers off sides.
That's got to be, the 4th or 5th call of offsides on the Badgers.
I think you're right. So instead of 2nd and 10, 1st and 5. And the Falcons in Badger territory.
Badgers up 6-0 with 13 minutes
and they
left
almost jump off sides again.
And that one caught.
That is going to be caught.
That is caught by
I don't have a number 10.
I don't have a number 10 on my roster either.
Ball is going to be marked at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Here's Cavallaro looking to the sidelines.
Badgers were a little late getting a man out onto the field. It was Alec Drake that came running in to play linebacker.
1st and 10. Cavallaro throws it.
And it's going to be caught. Just a quick slant pattern.
Tylen Papalo with the catch. And that's enough to move the chains again. They're in the red zone. This is the Falcons' third or fourth time in the red zone, but scoreless. The Badgers have been able to hold them so far.
First and goal from the 10. Cavallo taking a long time here to get the play signal to everybody.
4 seconds left on the play clock.
Pass out in the flats, off the hands of DeShields. He would have had the touchdown.
He would have.
Badgers did not get out there from their linebacker position, and DeShields was wide open. Wide open.
A break for the Badgers there.
Tough break for DeShields.
They'll set up again, second and goal.
And I haven't seen Black out there. I don't know. He's definitely one of their better receivers.
Black is not out there. He hands it off to DeShields.
DeShields gets
a
to
gain
about the 5. Yep. Big third down here.
Third and goal, 5 yards away from the goal. The Badgers have been able to hold them in the red zone so far. Hopefully they'll be able to do so here.
Quentin Sanders is split wide to the right for the Falcons. Nobody in the backfield. Cavallaro with an empty backfield behind him.
Badgers have several cornerbacks back there.
Oh, he was going to run, and the Badgers sniffed that one out.
Sack almost immediately.
Oh, I had a feeling that was going to be the call. Just with that empty backfield.
Yeah.
And Cavallo took the snap, just waited a second, and by then the Badgers were right in his face.
Immediately. So that'll bring up fourth down, and the field goal team comes out. Owen Fa'amoe with the tackle.
Cameron Sakati to try the field goal here from the 15, so a 25-yard field goal attempt. This one is handled cleanly. Snap is good.
And
kick is good, and it is good.
Through the uprights.
So we have a baseball score.
6-3. The Badgers doing well defensively at home. Both teams doing well defensively. We've only seen field goals so far in this game.
Well, both defenses have bent a little bit, but they haven't broken. And like you just mentioned, nobody's been able to get into the end zone.
Right.
The closest we've seen is the pass that was tipped away, intended for Black in this south end zone.
Right. Very, very talented music program here at Snow College. And the pep band is at every single football and basketball game, and they are very good. So back to receive for the Badgers is Weston Barlow.
This will be his second opportunity for a return.
Kicking off for the Falcons is Cameron Sakati.
Barlow took a fair catch on the kickoff to start the game. And this one he will let go out the back of the end zone.
Touchback. So the Badgers will take it from their own 25-yard line.
Garrison Beach at quarterback. He's got Molisi in the backfield with him.
3 wide receivers on his right. He sends one in motion. Beach keeps it and pitches it. That one pitched to Hunter Harris for a gain of 2 or 3.
Number 81, Hunter Harris. Left down.
That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Second down.
Beach. Looking for Keyshawn McCoy. McCoy fakes out. Not a huge gain there.
Beach's pass complete.
A gain of maybe 2 again. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Shamaluani back there with Beach. He has 2 receivers on either side. Looking downfield.
A lot
He
of
has a
room.
hole.
Now he throws.
And
Nice
he has
pass.
the first down.
Good patience that time by Beach. It looked like he was going to take the opening that was right there in the middle of the field and run with it. At the last second, he saw that he had a man open for the first down and made the good pass.
Hunter Harris with the catch there and the first down. The Badgers at their own 40-yard line, and
Jair Brown is
is
injured.
down for the Falcons.
That was a big collision. I thought it was going to be the Badgers coming up on the tough end of that, but Jair Brown has taken off his helmet. He's laying on the field. We hope he's okay.
Staying down. We do have an ambulance crew here just in case. There's a very nice breeze coming in, keeping us cool up here on top.
Yep.
Fans next Saturday.
Again, I know the viewers are a little upset with the post in the way, but we've got to have shade for the computer to be able to see the computer screen.
So we apologize for that post, but
Mark your calendars for 7 p.m. on September 21st. Come and cheer on your Badger football team.
I also really like the hashtag. I've seen several viewers comment it so far. Hashtag Lack Life out of Lackawanna.
Yep.
I sure like that.
Again, first meeting ever between these two teams.
And he's up.
Round of applause for Jair Brown.
Jair Brown able to walk off the field.
So the Badgers did pick up a first down.
They'll take it from their own 40-yard line. 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. Beach set up. That is Sione Malisi next to him. Hands it off to Malisi.
Nothing there.
No gain.
Good penetration that time by the Falcons.
Loss of 4.
Defensively, Tyler Long got good penetration. He's a freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio. Now he is slow getting up.
Brought down by number 6, Greg Rose. Loss on the field.
Also on the tackle was Greg Rose.
And he's up and is headed off the field. 2 injuries almost right in a row.
Well, good for Long, able to get off fairly quickly, and then he's being looked at on the sidelines.
Number 88, Max Christensen for the Badgers, who is down earlier, is now dressed. He has his helmet back on and looks like he's walking pretty without any injury on the sideline. Hopefully he will be back later in the game. Beach looking downfield for the pass.
Second
he
and
finds
long.
McCoy. Goes out just short of the first down.
Good job by the Badgers to get a big chunk of that back and make it so you've got some options here on 3rd and
2.
Gain of about 10 brings up 3rd down.
Keyshawn McCoy, a very talented receiver for the Badgers. He had a great game last week as well.
Beach play
Beach.
action. Got a man open, in and out of the hands. Intended for O'Hare. just couldn't hold on to it. Looked like it might have been a little bit behind him and a little bit hot.
DeJohn Warren from Hyattsville, Maryland, almost with the pickoff there.
So it looks like the Badgers going to bring the punt unit on.
The punter for the Badgers is Way Stanton, the rugby-style kicker, punter for the Badgers. Here's the punt.
Much better punt this time.
A very good punt. Calls for the fair catch. It goes into the end zone.
Good call that time by the return man. The Badgers should have gone right past the return man and made a play on that. Fair catch was signaled for inside of the 10-yard line.
So it'll take it to the Badgers, to the Falcons' 25-yard line. We've got a pretty talented Snow TV crew here today. We've got Gary Chittister, our advisor, who's also helping me out with announcing. I'm Joe Williams. We've got Andrea here on TriCaster, and we have Sarah and Eli on camera, and they are all doing great. Grateful for this program here at Snow.
Go, Snow! S-N-O-W! Let's go, Snow!
Just had to readjust that. It only goes to the 25 on a touchback on a kickoff. On a punt touchback, it starts 1st and 10 at the 20. So they had to adjust that.
Cavallaro. And he hands that off. Who was that with the carry?
A new running back in there, I think.
That was number 34.
Rashad Jackson.
Yeah.
Sophomore from Leonardtown, Maryland.
It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Cavallaro in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers. He hands that off too.
Gain of 3 out to the 25. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
The carry there by Rashad Jackson as well. So 3rd and 5 from their own 25-yard line. Yes.
Watch for Black here. He's back out on the field. He's the near receiver.
Closest to the bottom of your screen. Black has had 2 amazing receives.
Under pressure is Cavallaro, and he goes down.
He goes down. That'll bring up 4th and 10, and the Falcons punt unit comes on.
Is that for the Badgers? I have a hard time seeing those numbers. Tony Mafaleo.
Tony Mafaleo
was the first man there, and then he got some help.
So back to receive for the Badgers is Hunter Harris. So it'll be good field position for the Badgers.
Harris fields it at about the 45, has some room to run.
And he gets into Falcon territory.
Tackled from behind, but he gets inside the 40.
Good return of about 15 yards or so.
The Badgers have done a good job with their special teams of setting an offense up with very good field position.
Oh, yeah.
But they've only got 6 points to show for it.
6-3 the score. The Badgers in Falcon territory to start. Garrison Beach as the quarterback. He has 3 receivers, 2 running backs.
O'Hare in motion out of the backfield.
He hands that off.
Boy, that is a hard 2 yards right there for the Badgers.
Hands that off to Cesar Warren. Hard fought, almost no payoff. That was gain of a yard, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Pass is going to be caught by O'Hare near
Jackson
a first
O'Hare
down.
gets it.
He looks like a yard short. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Just a yard short, so it'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Number 46, Jackson O'Hare. Number 44, Keyshawn Moore.
Quarterback
And
sneak,
We'll see
and
if
that's
they
going to
have
be
it.
enough.
They're moving the chains.
Was that Shama Luwani, I think, came up and put a 2-hand shove right in the back of Beach
Yeah.
and pushed him up the field enough to get that first down. I think it was Luwani.
So it'll be
Actually, it might have been 2-2 spawn.
from the Falcons' 26-yard line, and he hands that off.
Is that Spawn or is that Luwani?
That was number
No, it's neither one.
23, Cesar Warren.
Cesar Warren.
Cesar Warren.
My bad, I apologize. Warren was the one that gave the 2-hand shove as well.
And he has the first down. That'll be set up on in the red zone inside the 15-yard line. Hands that off to Cesar Warren.
Not much there.
Not
Good
much.
defense. Good defensive effort by Lackawanna that time. Ian Newton was the first one to get penetration in the backfield.
Just barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
This is where both teams have kind of struggled once they get inside about the 15-yard line to be able to get any more movement.
The defense really comes alive in the red zone. Beach looking downfield, and he intercepted.
The interception that time by DeJohn Warren.
Yep.
From Hyattsville, Maryland.
Keyshawn McCoy was the intended receiver, but instead comes up with the tackle in the end zone.
Just a little bit underthrown.
Yeah.
If you're going to throw that fade into the corner, you either want to out of the back of the end zone or out of the side of the end zone, or just your man can catch it. You don't want to leave it short.
Right, right.
Badgers' first turnover?
Badgers, no, they went for it on 4th, didn't? No.
Well, this is the first turnover. They had
first turnover.
Over on downs maybe, but the first turnover.
Braxton Kerr threw 2 interceptions last week. Cavallaro hands that.
Gain of about 3.
And that
for DeShields.
DeShields with the carry. And they give him 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
First one there for the Badgers. Gain of 3, 2nd down.
.330 remaining here in the first half. Still 6-3.
No touchdowns so far. But a very entertaining game to watch so far. Cavallaro hands that off
to DeShields again.
DeShields. A gain of
3.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down.
I'm honestly surprised that the Falcons haven't thrown more to Black.
Right, because he's had it, I think every time it's been thrown to him.
He only missed the one. That was the one in the end zone. And he's made some great catches. Cavallaro under pressure.
And
he's
he is
down.
sacked.
Who's there for the Badgers?
That is number 44, C.J. Murray, the sophomore out of Syracuse, Utah. Great tackle for C.J. Murray. And the Falcons send their punt unit on.
Badgers take a timeout here to preserve some time. They're going to get the ball back with a little under 2:20 remaining. So they're going to take a timeout. It's going to be 4th and 13.
Yeah. And the Falcons will start the second half. The Falcons will start the second half with the ball. You know, we were really afraid that it was going to be a scorching hot day today, but it's turned out to be rather nice, at least in the shade.
We're in the shade.
We're in the shade.
And there's a breeze. If there was no shade, this would be...
This would not be a pleasant experience, I'll tell you that much.
So 4th and 13, Lackawanna in punt position.
There are almost as many people in the shade at the new athletic center as there are in the stands here.
Well, we've got a good crowd here today, too.
Very big crowd. Next week is homecoming for the Badgers, so that's going to be an amazing crowd and a really good game, too. Who are they playing next week?
Ooh, the Badgers come with pressure. Lackawanna gets it away. Not much room to run, and the Badgers taken out near midfield.
Hunter Harris with the catch there.
But again, good field position. The Badgers have had excellent field position this entire first half, and only the 2 field goals to show for it. The 1 turnover deep in the red zone, that hurt.
So next week, September 21st, at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, is the Badgers will be taking on the Iowa Central football team for their homecoming game.
Another nationally ranked team.
And it's going to be an entertaining game. And the Badgers are going to be coming for blood.
I think it'll still be daylight savings, though, won't it?
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something.
Shamaluani.
Shamaluani right up the middle of the field, and he is inside the 35-yard line. Great run by Shama. Clock continues to run. We're down to 2 minutes.
2 minutes left in the first half.
That's another snow call.
Garrison Beach in the shotgun, and he has Shama Luwani behind him, 3 receivers. He hands that off to Luwani as well.
Luwani's still on his feet, now bent over backwards, but he gets inside the 30 to the 28.
Gets about 4 or 5 yards there.
Gianni Gamble loses his helmet, so he'll have to go off for 1 play. Badgers have plenty of time here, but they do need to take care of the clock a little bit.
Amin Fafita next to Beach. He hands that off to Shama Luwani, and he has
another
the first
huge
down.
hole. Luwani breaks it back to the middle, inside the 10. Yes. Great run by Shama.
Shama Luwani with 2 big plays.
Okay, now you need to be wise with your time here. You're under a minute and a half to go. You've got plenty of time. If you do score, you want to leave no time for the Falcons.
You have 2 timeouts left.
And the Falcons take a timeout here to kind of catch their breath.
Shama Luwani, just an amazing possession there for him. Last week, Shama Luwani ran for 70 yards.
Fans, Latin America Credit Union is the primary sponsor
Badgers now have it 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. The Falcons took a timeout here to preserve some time. And I think a little bit to kind of catch their breath and get on the same page defensively.
Yeah.
Because Luwani just ripped off 2 very big runs.
Both for a first down.
And he's in the backfield with Beach now.
He has 3 receivers. Shama Luwani next to Beach. Beach in the shotgun.
And the referee talking to the sidelines. I don't know, talking over here to the Snow College sideline.
We'll see what's going on.
I was trying to see. The play clock has not even started, and that was because the referee was over here. Now he starts the play clock.
Here's Beach, and he keeps it.
Lackawanna stretches it out, but Beach finds a narrow gap and gets inside the 5.
6 or 7 yard run for Beach there.
Harrison Beach. For the keeper, brought down by number 4.
Got outside to stop the clock.
Second and goal.
2nd and 4.
Now 1:08 remaining in the first half. Badgers trying to get some more points on the board before halftime.
Hopefully we can see a touchdown before half.
Handoff to Luani. Luani breaks it back.
Luani
lowers the shoulder down to about the 2 yard line.
Does not get it.
That'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 2.
Right.
Or 3. 2.
2. So 3rd down, 2 yards to go to a touchdown. 40 seconds left on the game clock.
Looks like the Badgers are going to call a timeout here. Coach Mitchell just looking at the clock here to decide when to call it.
He's going to call it.
With probably 1 second on the play clock.
And he calls it with 2 seconds left.
21 seconds on the game clock. The Badgers take a timeout here. They're looking at 3rd and goal from the 2 yard line.
So, big
and they
decision.
They do have another timeout, right?
They have one more timeout.
One more timeout. I still think you run it. I like Garrison Beach on a rollout. If I'm the coach here, I line up almost everybody, all your wide receivers but one. Put one on the right, the others on the left. Drag one through the end zone, let Garrison Beach roll out to the right. If he sees an opening, he can run it in, or he's got a couple of pass plays.
Yeah.
I really like that option for Garrison Beach. He's good on his feet. He can read the play as it happens.
Or do you give it to Shamalawani to go right up the middle?
I don't know. I like having options here. Basically, if you don't score here, you're going to kick a field goal.
Right.
So
no matter what, you're going to score here as long as nobody messes up.
Yeah.
And we've seen a couple of mess-ups so far in this game, so there's no guarantee of a score.
Well, there's a reason I'm not a head coach. So if they don't do what I just said, that's not going to surprise me a whole lot.
So Garrison Beach, and he has Shamalawani behind him and one receiver on either side.
Hand off, Shamalawani, and he's short. He is short. He's at the 1 yard line.
We'll see what the call is.
Badger's going to call a timeout. You got 8 seconds left.
Call a timeout. And they call a timeout.
Now, are you going to go for it on 4th, or you kick a field goal?
When you're up by 3 with 4 seconds left in the first half, that's a tough call. I'm glad I'm not.
Well, he went with your call. You said, or do you hand it off to Luani, and that's what they did.
Right.
And there was enough penetration that they took out his feet, and he wasn't able to keep his momentum going. He had the shoulders lowered. He was ready to punch his way in, but he just lost his footing.
And the Falcons able to stop the Badgers. Only kept them to a 1 yard gain at the 2 yard line. So enough time here for one more play.
I hate to take points off the board when you got them, but it looks like Mitchell's going to go for the touchdown here.
He's going to go for it. Sends Garrison Beach, Shamalawani. Out wide, we have Dejon Palmer.
This is going to be the last play of the first half. And it's either touchdown or nothing. This is going to provide momentum for one of these two teams going into the locker room at halftime. Play clock now the play clock gets started. Beach
keeps
on his feet, leans in.
Keeps it.
They're not going to give it to him.
No.
Great defensive stand by Lackawanna Falcons, and that's got to give them a ton of momentum here for this second half.
And that takes us to halftime.
I just don't like that call.
Neither do I.
You got to get Beach out in the open field a little bit. I would have really liked to have seen him roll out with him one way or the other, give him an option. but that is a ton of momentum right now for the Falcons of Lackawanna. Even though they're down 6-3, they've got to have a really good feeling about that goal line stand there to end the first half.
Definitely. So at halftime, the score is 6-3, Badgers up, and we are going to take a break. We'll see you in 20 minutes. We are 6 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Just some stats for you. The leading rushers for both teams, Lackawanna, Marcus DeShields. He has 53 rushing yards. Big gain for him. Garrison Beach, the quarterback for Snow College, is the number one rusher right now. He has 47 yards on 10 carries. Shamalawani has 46 yards on 6 carries. Matt Cavallero has thrown 7 times for a gain of 11, 0 interceptions. A gain of 121 yards. Beach has thrown 22 times, 12 complete catches for a gain of 95 yards. Tylen Papalo for the Falcons has caught it twice and has gotten 13 yards. Keyshawn McCoy caught it 4 times and has run 24 yards for the Badgers. Jair Brown for the Falcons is their leading tackle. Jeremiah for the Badgers has 4 tackles. We are now no touchdowns. Jose Pisano for the Badgers has kicked 2 field goals, one 45-yard and one 44-yard. Lackawanna's Sakati has kicked one 26-yard field goal. And we will get started here in just under 5 minutes. Remember, the Falcons will start with the ball in this second half. They trail by 3. Welcome back for the start of the third quarter, the second half. Jose Pisano is about to kick off for the Badgers.
And after that great goal line stand by the Falcons of Lackawanna, they will get the ball to start this second half.
We'll see how much momentum they have coming into this second half. Probably a lot. It's going to be a big job for the Badger defense to hold the Falcons scoreless.
Well, you went over the statistics, very close statistics-wise.
Yes, very much so.
Fair catch was signaled for by the Falcons, and they'll take it over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
There we go. Rashad Johnson with the fair catch call.
Very tough call at the end of that first half for the Badgers.
Yes. And
took 3 points off the board, going for 7. A big gamble there, and they came up empty-handed.
they were at the 2-yard line with 2 downs to go, and were not able to score. Gave it to Shamaluani both times. Well, no,
just
that
the one
first time, and then Garrison Beach held it the second time. Neither were successful in getting to that goal line.
Quick pass, almost picked off. What a great job defensively for the Badgers. Trace Tupe just stepped right in front of the receiver that time, almost had the pick.
Uh-huh.
Broken up by number 25, Trace Tupe. Second down.
Cavallero, he has 3 receivers on his right. He hands that to
DeShields. DeShields trying to get to the corner and pushed out of bounds after a gain of what, 2?
2. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8. Good carry for DeShields. Only a gain of 2 though.
3rd and 8.
Big 3rd down on the first possession here of the second half for the Falcons. Looking down the sidelines, going for Black.
Does he have it?
Oh, if he made that catch.
If he made that catch, and they called it.
Oh, what a catch by
That
Black.
was a good catch for Black. Right on the ground.
Caballero complete to number 3, Norval Black.
Well, again, there's a reason why I'm not a head coach, but I would be passing the ball a lot more to Black.
I agree completely.
But now he looks like he might be a little shaken up. He's off the sidelines, just took off his helmet, and he's down on the ground.
Black has received for 51 yards in this game. Passes that, or hands that off to DeShields.
DeShields a gain of 2.
Shields again the ball carrier. Brought down by number 42, Tadika.
2nd and 8.
Max Christensen. Second down.
Cavallero in the shotgun. He has 2 receivers on his right, 1 on his left. And like you said, Black is not one of the receivers.
J.L. Negron is split wide to the left for the Falcons.
Call a different play after looking to the sideline. He's looking downfield.
Got a man in the middle of the field, but instead he's going deep.
He's going deep, almost caught by the Badgers' Jason Money.
Pass was intended for J.L. Negron, but over his head, incomplete.
Closest to the pass, number 21 for the Badgers, Jason Money.
J.L. Negron, a sophomore wide receiver from Coscob, Connecticut.
He had, let's see, who was that? He had Tylen Papalo wide open and in first down territory, but did not take it.
Yeah, he had the middle of the field open and instead decided to go deep.
Caballero looking to pass again.
And overthrows that pass intended
for Black.
Black, who'd come back out on the field.
Norval Black. So that will force a punting situation. Special teams will take the field.
So the Badger defense gives up a first down, but then holds.
And
we'll see what their offense does.
We were talking, we thought that the Falcons were going to come out here with a lot of momentum coming into the second half, and All they had was the first down, and the Badgers were able to hold them on third.
I thought there'd be a lot more emotion and a lot more energy on the Falcons sideline, but I haven't seen it yet to start the second half.
I agree.
High punt is going to go out of bounds, no return.
Hunter Harris called that. And here comes Garrison Beach and the Badger offense.
Starting at their own 35-yard line.
Decent field position coming into the Badgers' first possession of the half. Garrison Beach seeing all the playing time at quarterback the entire game. And he has done very well. He's the leading rusher so far in the game. And he has thrown 12 complete passes for 22 attempts.
Great defense by the Falcons right there. Number 11, Tyler Long, who read that. Man came in motion for the Badgers, and it was just a little underhand toss on that intended sweep, but Long was right there to sniff it out and make the play.
A loss of 5 there. So it'll be 2nd and 15.
Now an empty backfield with Beach.
He has 4 receivers.
Lackawanna coming on a blitz. Beach steps up, makes the throw, and it's picked off.
Intercepted.
Coming up with the interception is Gianni Gamble, and that's 2 interceptions now for Beach.
You know, that's a terrible mistake to make, just going for a short pass like that.
You know, I put a little bit out on the receiver. The receiver can't just sit and wait for the ball to come to him. He's got to step into it, and that created the room for Gamble to be able to step in front and make the interception.
Falcons blitzed there and did very well with that. So with
a lot of pressure on Beach.
A good interception. Hopefully that will energize this Falcon offense. Cavallero looking down the field.
Throws deep.
And he has Black.
And that's going to be pass interference as Black was going by his man.
The call on
Pass interference. Number 1 of the defense.
Gerald Wilbin called for pass interference of the Badgers.
So just like that, the Falcons are in Badger territory, or in the red zone, I should say, at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
Cavallero hands it off to DeShields.
DeShields still on his feet and keeps the feet moving, and he's close to the first down. Great effort by DeShields.
A good run by DeShields. The Badgers struggling against this offense finally. Jason Money with the tackle there.
2nd down and 1.
Cavallero, 2nd and 2. 2 receivers. DeShields in the backfield. Hand off to DeShields. Does he have the first down?
I think he's going to be just a titch short. Looked like he spun away and was going to get close to it, but I think he's still just maybe a foot or 2 short.
Yeah, they're not going to call the first down there. So it'll bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Cavallero has 2 receivers, Marcus DeShields to his right.
Badgers were trying to get an illegal procedure call, movement, but no flag. Play clock is under 10.
Sanders and Black is the receiver.
Cavallero
keeps it. He has the first down, and he has the touchdown. The Falcons take the lead.
First score, a touchdown of the ball game.
Yeah.
Comes on a Cavallero keeper. And that's the play that I was really hoping the Badgers would have run with Beach.
At the end of the first half.
At the end of the first half, exactly. Because he was looking to pass right up until he got to the line of scrimmage. Then he just lowered the shoulder and snuck in.
And he got in there. Cameron Siccotti kicking the PAT.
Snap is good.
And
Kick
it's
is up,
good.
and the kick is good.
And it did not make it onto the roof
It did not.
of the new athletic center.
So 10-6.
10-6.
First lead by the Falcons.
That's the kind of momentum that we were expecting from the Falcons.
Exactly. It didn't come until the interception.
It did not come until their second possession of the half, but eventually it came. The Badgers will hopefully have an answer here. Sakati will be kicking off for the Falcons. The Badgers are sending Weston Barlow deep to return. This will be Barlow's third time returning in the game.
The up men for the Badgers out there is Cesar Warren and CJ Murray. We haven't seen a lot of kickoff returns. I don't think we've even seen one yet. We've seen some fair catches, and then the other kicks have gone out of the end zone.
I believe you're right there.
So the first touchdown comes at 11:05 in the third quarter.
A low kickoff, and that one goes into the end zone, and they'll take the touchback. So that will be set up at the Badgers' 25-yard line, and we're still returnless on kickoffs.
Very unusual. The Badgers are going with just one man deep, and that makes it easier for the kicker to kick away from him.
Right.
And they're kicking a low kick, which means you have to get over there even quicker. I'm wondering if the Badgers might go to a two-man deep return if they want to try to get a return on a kickoff.
Right. So Beach has 4 receivers, 2 on either side. And he hands it off to Shama Luwani.
And Luwani's wrapped up 5 yards deep in the backfield.
Immediately met.
Boy, Lackawanna defense has just been coming, and the Badgers are not picking them up. Badgers have got to make some offensive calls here to take advantage of that aggressiveness. Maybe some cutbacks. Maybe a screen pass.
Luwani had no time there before he was met by a wall of Falcon defenders.
Falcons almost took the handoff.
You know, this is what I love about Ephraim is right in the middle of a college football game, you have a tractor going right along the side there.
With a hay rake.
With a hay rake. He hands that off to Cesar Warren.
Warren gets a little bit.
Warren
maybe
gets
3.5.
Yeah, but still over 10 yards for third down. We'll see the call here.
And what you just mentioned is the real key is the Badgers have not been able to get positive yards on these first 2 possessions of the second half.
Right.
To bring up a second and less than 10 and third and short. It's been second and third and long.
Beach under pressure. He keeps it.
Steps up. He's going to be well short of the first down, but he does get across the 30 to the 31. So the Badgers will be forced to punt 3 and out.
Yes, sir. Good job by the Falcon defense to hold the Badgers to only 2 or 3 and out.
Offense has got to get on the sidelines and start thinking of something for the Badgers because they've got to do a little better job of play calling, I think.
Way Stanton has a very unique punting style, the rugby-style punt. And there's the kick. A good punt.
And takes a Badger bounce.
And it keeps
all the way
going
inside the
all
20
the way
to the 15.
15-yard line. Good punt for Way Stanton.
Way Stanton's punt. Down at the 15-yard line.
The Falcons with the touchdown on their last possession. We'll see what they do here. And I totally agree with you. I'm not a head coach either, but Norval Black has had such a good receiving game so far in this game that I would be throwing to him a lot more than they have been. Black is at the top of your screen lined up.
Empty backfield right now for Corvallo. Now he brings a man in motion and hands off to him, and it's going to be a gain of about 4 out to the 20 or 19.
Quentin Sanders with the carry there.
Quentin Sanders with the handoff.
Under 10 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Number 44, C.J. Murray with the tackle.
C.J. Murray with the tackle for the Badgers. A gain of about 4, so that'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Calvin Bell in the backfield now with Carvalho.
He has 3 receivers, 2 on his left, 1 on his right.
Play
Fakes the
action.
handoff. Looking for Quentin Sanders, but does not connect. That'll bring up 3rd down.
One of the Badgers linebackers a little bit banged up. C.J. Murray comes off.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Cavallero in the shotgun. 3 receivers. And he's looking downfield.
Under some pressure, steps up in the
pressure.
pocket, throws, got a man
Found
open,
Quentin.
and a great catch.
Found Quentin Sanders for the 1st down there.
You know, Cavallero started slow, but I've been very impressed with him on these last few possessions. He's been able to stay poised in the pocket. His
Right.
line is giving him more time now. The Badgers had put some pressure on him, but he's getting a little more time now, and he's able to find that 2nd and 3rd receiver.
That last play was really the first time that the Badgers were able to collapse the pocket in this half. Fakes the handoff.
Play action. Oh, nice run that time
wow.
by after the catch by Tylan Papayo. Or Papalo. Tylan Papalo. Because he made the catch only about 3 yards down the field. So it was all after the catch.
And he dodged and broke a couple tackles there. We have a flag on the play. Quentin Sanders almost with the catch there.
I don't understand what the Badgers are doing. They're jumping off sides, and then they just stop. They just stop, and they're not going to stop the play unless there's contact made.
Right. Tavita Fotu getting in the face of one of the Falcon players. He's pulled off.
So we've got 2 flags on the play. We're going to have offsides on the Badgers, and then there might be an unsportsmanlike.
That was a problem for the Badgers last week.
Yep, personal foul.
Personal foul.
It's going to be roughing the passer, so that's going to be the penalty that is enforced, not the offsides.
Tavita Fotu called there.
So a 15-yard penalty gives the Falcons the ball into Badger territory at the 40-yard line.
You know, just unnecessary for the Badgers to be doing stuff like that.
I think it's frustration. You know, they jump off sides, so they know they've got that penalty, but then several of the players stop, and it also almost turned into a huge play.
Right.
Down the sidelines for the Falcons.
So even though it was an incomplete pass, the Falcons have the 1st down into Badger territory.
Hand off to the big running back, Calvin Bell, sophomore from California, Maryland, and he just bowls his way for a gain of, 3?
Yes, sir.
3 or 4?
Looks like 3.5. So that'll bring up 2nd and 6. Cavallero. And he puts a man in motion.
Hands it
Hands
off
that
again
one
to Bell. Bell a gain of 2. 2.5.
And that'll bring us to 3rd down.
Calvin Bell again, the ball carrier. Yeremia.
Call a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
I would imagine the Falcons are getting close to 4-down territory here.
Calvin Bell only had 1 carry in the first half, and he carried that for 2 yards. But a couple decent carries for him right there.
He's a big kid and able to move the pile.
Yes, very much so. Especially love the name of his hometown, California in Maryland. And he throws it and does not connect. That one
Intended for Black, but too far out of bounds for him.
that'll bring us to 4th down. And it looks like they might go for it. They are going for it on fourth.
I figured this would be 4-down territory. Their defense has proved that they can hold the Badgers here in the second half. So you don't worry about giving it back on field position here.
Right.
You got a good chance to pick up the first down, keep this drive moving.
4th and 4 for the Falcons. Cavallero has 3 receivers.
Pass over the middle, incomplete.
Incomplete, intended for Black. That one broken up by, is that Shad Pulsifer?
Bryce Hampton.
No, that was Bryce Hampton.
Intended for Mohawk.
Bryce Hampton, the sophomore out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah, good job by the Badger defense to step up and get the turnover on downs.
Get the stand up to him finally.
Now you need the offense to put something together here, and I think the key is first down. The first 2 possessions, they've ended up in 2nd and long.
Garrison Beach, he hands that one. Is that Shamaluwani?
I think that might be Malisi.
You're right, that is Sione Malisi with a gain of 4.
Much big difference. I mean, now you're 2nd and 6. You've got some options rather than 2nd and 14, 2nd and 15.
Right. First time that it's not 2nd and long this half for the Badgers. Beach hands that one to Malisi.
Malisi hit.
Malisi goes right back.
And the key there was the penetration by number 44, Keyshawn Moore, the sophomore linebacker out of Suffolk, Virginia, because he is getting penetration and really disrupting that play.
Right.
As soon as Malisi got the ball, he had to dodge Moore. So Moore maybe doesn't make the play, but he does make the play.
So it's 3rd and 8. Beach looking downfield.
And that's going to be picked off as well.
Intercepted by number 4,
Dejon Warren.
Dejon Warren. 3rd interception for Beach. 2nd one in this quarter. So with Braxton Kerr also dressed, do you pull out Beach after throwing 3 interceptions?
You got to do something to get some offense going here, and I'm not sure. I don't think it's Beach necessarily. I really think some of it is the play calling.
I agree.
Not impressed with the calls that we're getting right now.
So the Falcons will go from 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Cavallero.
Lackawanna with 2 tight ends. Watch the double pass here.
Throws it
And
back
this
to
is gonna
Quentin
be
Sanders and picked off. That one picked off by Bryce Hampton. Bryce Hampton, 5'10", 190 pounds, the defensive back.
Well, Lackawanna tried a little trickery there.
And it did not pay off.
Threw the lateral to Quentin Sanders. Sanders then looked downfield for the big play, and the Badgers were there defensively. I think the coach for Lackawanna met him as he came off the field and said, hey, if it's not there, just throw it away.
Right.
Or run it. Badgers go with 2 running backs in the backfield, now man in motion.
Beach hands that one to Shama Luwani, and Luwani gets about 5 yards.
Okay, good start.
A good start. The problem with the play calling so far has either been they're trying too hard, going up right up the middle, or they're passing it to 2 well-defended receivers.
And the first couple of possessions, they were doing quick passes out in the flats. They were exploiting the middle of the field with the tight end. Beach under pressure, and he is sacked.
For a big loss of 7.
Randy Wheeler, defensive lineman from Lamar, South Carolina, on the sack.
This Falcon defense is all over the Badgers. So that'll bring up 3rd and 12.
And this is just what we said you got to stay away from.
Yeah. Four minutes left in the third quarter. Beach in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers. 7 seconds left on the play clock.
Lackawanna showed blitz. Now they back out. Now they come with
Beach.
it. Off the fingertips of
hands.
Luani. He wasn't going anywhere
No.
anyway, in all honesty, because out there defensively was Taryn Haley,
Right.
sophomore linebacker from Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
So, Way Stanton and the punt team will come on to the field.
Boy, the offense has been anemic here in the second half.
The Falcon defense has been penetrating
Very
that
good.
offensive line and collapsing the pocket on all of those passing plays.
I think it's been mainly Tyler Long and Keyshawn Moore. High wobbly kick. Takes a Badger bounce.
And it'll go out. It'll stay in at about the 28-yard line. 30-yard line.
34, I think.
34 is
Yeah.
where they are going to call it.
Not you, D-Bob. We love you, D-Bob. What did you do? Why did you do that?
You can hear the pet band is getting a little into the game.
Cheering on superfan D-Bob.
Yes, sir.
D-Bob Bailey.
D-Bob Bailey is at every sports event, and he is always on campus. Really, one of everybody's favorite guys on Snow College campus. He hands that one.
DeShields goes into the middle and then breaks it to the outside. Good patience by DeShields.
A gain of about 7.
Yeah, there wasn't anything there in the middle of the field. He kept the feet moving and then bounced it to the outside.
Right.
D-Bob Bailey from North Sanpete High School. But you said you see him at every high school event as well.
Yeah.
Manti High School, North Sanpete High School, obviously every Badger game here.
And one of the awesome things is if you are on Snow campus, you know who D-Bob Bailey is. Good. Just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. The Badger defense finally able to read that Falcon offense.
Shad Pulsifer with the defensive play from Dixie High School in St. George. I will say this too, D-Bob was featured on an ESPN article, or a TV story while he was in Hawaii.
Oh, man.
Third and call it a long 3 here for the Falcons.
3rd and 4. Cavallero making some changes. He has 3 receivers, 1 running back.
4 seconds on the play clock.
2, 1.
They get the play away. Pass is caught, but I think it depends on where they mark it.
We'll
a
see.
generous spot.
Very generous for them. Tylen Papalo with the catch there. You know, I'm not sure I agree with the ref's call on that
either.
one. Cavallero will set up at their own 45. Cavallero keeps it. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, good point.
Cavallero got down by number 49.
So they set it right back at the exact same spot. It'll be 2nd and 10. Tony Mafaleo with the tackle there. The Badger defense finally able to gain a little bit of momentum against this powerful offense.
Well, they've been out on the field a long time, too,
Yeah.
because the Badger offense has not been able to move the ball. We're almost done with the third quarter.
Cavallero, maybe a gain of 2 for, who is that? That
Bell?
is number 34.
No, Richard Jackson.
Richard Jackson.
Rashard Jackson with the carry.
Big third down here. The Badgers need to hold.
Tony Mafaleo.
3rd and long.
Tackle.
30 seconds left in the third quarter.
Play clock at 14.
Cavallero. He's looking to pass.
Under pressure, flag's going to come in. That's
Flag.
probably going to be a holding, but it's incomplete.
Looks for Black. did not find him. We'll see the call.
Well, if you decline it, you've got 4th and 8.
Holding number 45 of the offense. That penalty declined.
So 4th and 8, the Badgers are going to decline the penalty, and I would imagine the Falcons are going to punt here.
And it looks like they are. We'll bring on Luke Payne with the punt here. Payne with the punt.
Plenty of time.
Back to receive is Hunter Harris.
Breaks
Good
the tackle.
return.
Still on his feet out to the 38-yard line.
Good return there for Hunter Harris. So number 6, Garrison Beach, and the Badger offense will come out onto the field.
Ammon Fafita had his helmet pulled off on that punt return.
I love this song.
Badgers at the 40-yard line.
Beach has Malisi in the backfield with him, 2 receivers. Beach keeps it and runs, gets past the line of scrimmage, gain of maybe 2.
That'll be the last play here of the third quarter.
And there's the sign for the end of the third. At the end of the third, the Badgers trail the Falcons by 4.
10-6, only 1 touchdown in this game.
Garrison Beach and his offense will take it 2nd and 8 from their own 42-yard line. Beach in the shotgun. Keeps it, passes it, and that is incomplete. Intended for number 46 there.
O'Hare.
Jackson O'Hare.
Again, the Badgers looking at 3rd and long.
Third and 8.
Empty backfield.
5 receivers, excuse me. Beach looking downfield, and he's hit late. Keyshawn McCoy pulls it in.
Wow. Good
Good
job by Beach to stay in the pocket. He knew he was going to get drilled.
Oh, yeah.
And he delivered the pass.
A big gain for the Badgers into Falcon territory.
Huge gain.
Falcons 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Beach hands that one.
Boy, the Badgers have just not been able to get anything going on the ground against this Falcon defense.
Siona Malisi with the carry there.
Greg Rose from his defensive lineman position. He's a sophomore. He was able to collapse from that defensive end position and really gum things up.
Gain of 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
Falcons going with a 3-4 defense, 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers.
Hands that one to Sione Malisi.
Lacey tries to get to the outside, picks up maybe 4.
So that'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
So many more options on 3rd and 3 than 3rd and long,
Right.
obviously. But here the Badgers are not necessarily in a passing situation. They could probably hand it off.
And they're in a formation that looks like they might. They have 3 receivers.
Play action.
Beach keeps it.
Pass to the or the tight end, and he's got the first
He's
down.
got the first down. They're going to move the chains. He's down.
He's hurt.
He is hurt. Who is that?
Beach's pass complete to number 46, Jackson.
Jackson O'Hare.
Brought down by number 5, Robert Kennedy.
And he just did not move once he hit the ground.
Jackson O'Hare had 36 yards in the first half, but he is down. He looks like he is in pain.
Gary McKenzie, the head athletic trainer out there to check on him. Also out there is Dr. Day from North St. Pete, who is a Badger alum, I believe.
Coach Mitchell was in there as well to check on his player.
We do have a really good medical staff that come down here and support the Badgers. Dr. Day, as I mentioned, Dr. Wallentine. That was actually Wallentine, it looks like, that went out there to check on him. Dr. Wallentine, an orthopedic surgeon up in Utah County.
O'Hare is on his feet, walks off to the sidelines on his own. Lots of injuries here in this game, but every single time the player's been able to get up and walk off on their own.
That's good.
Garrison Beach looking for the call from the sidelines. Shotgun. Hands that one to Cesar Warren.
Warren gets nothing.
Warren is tackled for a loss of probably 2.
Well, Beach makes the call on that, and I think if they run that again, he might think about keeping that because the outside was open for him.
Right.
Actually, a loss of 2.
Loss of 2. So it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hand off again to Warren. Warren's
Cesar
got a little
Warren.
more room.
Gain of about 3.
Inside the 25-yard line. And it'll be a big 3rd down here for Snow College.
Even if they don't get the 3rd down conversion here, they can still bring out Jose Pisano. He's made longer field goals in this game. Beach looking to Mitchell for the call.
Down to 10 seconds on the play clock.
Gets it off in time.
Beach under pressure. Now he
Pocket
jumps to the
collapses.
outside. Throws.
He has it.
He had a
Keyshawn
man
McCoy.
open. Keyshawn had it. He might have been able to pick up the first down, but that is going to bring up a 4th and 8. And here comes
Jose Pisano and the kicking team.
Now, here's an interesting thing. I mean, the Badgers going ahead and kick a field goal here. If they make it, if they would have gone for the field goal when they had it at the end, they would take the lead. This is just to get them to within 1.
So this will be a 41-yard attempt for Jose Pisano. He's already made a 45-yard attempt and a 44-yard attempt in this game. They're not making it easy for him on these field goals.
Plenty of leg, and he joints it off the upright.
Hits the upright. 10 and 6. Falcons up. The rowdy crowd here. As soon as they hit that upright, everybody. That's disappointing.
So the Falcons take over at their own 24-yard line.
Decent field position, not great, but not bad either. Cavallero and the Falcons. And there's a flag on the play.
That's probably going to go against the Falcons. They stopped the play.
Snow College has been called offside several times. False start.
4 of the offense. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
The Badger fans like that call. So that'll bring up 1st and 15. Cavallero. He has 2 men wide, 1 in the backfield. There's the snap. He hands that one.
Kareem Hall.
Kareem Hall with a gain of about 5. 2nd and 10.
I've been very impressed with the Falcons being able to put several running backs in the backfield, and they've all got their strength. Kareem Hall a little bit quicker maybe, and able to make the cuts.
Right.
Bell has been in there, very big player.
Here's Hall.
Just tucked in right behind the offensive lineman, number 66, who just pancaked a Badger. Tommy Mahoney from Glen Mills, Pennsylvania, came on a pull. I think he's playing the right tackle position. Or is he the center? He's the center.
He's the center there.
And he pulled and came around, and Bell got right in behind him.
3rd and 7 for the Falcons.
Again, the Badgers jumped off sides, but then kind of quit on the play. And the flag is going to be offsides on the Badgers.
Yep.
I'm going to credit Carvalho with to be able to draw off the Badgers, because he's been able to do it consistently.
The entire game.
Yeah, so now instead of 4th and 8, it's 3rd and 2.
Cavallero has 3 receivers, 1 man in the backfield.
Three wide out, split wide to the right for the Falcons. Play clock down under 10.
Cavallero. There's the snap. He hands that one to Kareem Hall, and Hall is hit almost immediately.
They're going to give him a generous spot and say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but he was hit very quickly.
Right. So that'll force a punt situation for the Falcons. Back to receive for the Badgers is number 81, Hunter Harris.
These two defenses have been fantastic, quite honestly. I mean, the Badger defense gave up the 1 touchdown, but that was on a very short field after the turnover. Other than that, both of these defenses have done a good job of keeping the offenses out of the red zone.
The defenses have been pretty equal so far, but the Falcons' offense has easily outplayed the Badgers' offense.
I agree.
Fair catch at the 30-yard line.
Time is beginning to be a big factor now for the Badgers.
You have under 10 minutes left on the game clock, and you're down by 4. This is a big possession. If they don't score here, they may only have 1, maybe 2 more chances before the end of the game. Handoff there to Shamalawani.
Malani just lowers the boom and picks up, looks like 7 yards, six and a half.
6.5 yards there. They go with the hurry up. No huddle. Lawani is hit low and jumps over the line. He's slow getting up. That was a nasty hit on Lawani. He was hit low and he fell right on his back. He's still down. That is going to be a devastating loss if the Badgers lose Shama Lawani here.
So again, the athletic trainer Gary McKenzie out on the field to tend to Luane.
You can see the entire Badger team on the sideline and a lot of the Falcon team on their sideline have taken a knee to respect this fantastic running back.
Fans, another reminder, next week is our homecoming game. The Titans of Iowa Central Community College will be in town. Game time is 7 p.m. Mark your calendars, September 21st. Proves to be another.
Luane is up.
As you mentioned earlier, Badger homecoming is next week.
If you're in town in Ephraim, there are going to be activities almost every single night. So all you Badger alum, please come home.
Iowa Central is now ranked number 10 in the nation.
3rd and 2. That's going to be a tough game for the Badgers.
That'll be the 4th nationally ranked team the Badgers have played in their first 5 games.
He hands that one off.
Malisi, and Malisi's got the first down.
Sione Malisi has the first down.
That's one of the very few times the Badger offensive line has been able to give any lanes for the running backs to be able to get any yardage, any momentum.
And it was a pretty good lane, too. And there's another one for Sione Malisi, a gain of 5.
And Malisi's got some energy. He's popping right up, saying, let's go, give me the ball again. Give him a gain of 6.
2nd and 4. Beach has 2 running backs.
And we've got an injured Falcon. Slow getting up is Brandon Hickerson-Rooks, a linebacker from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Lots of injuries in this game.
And he was going to come off the field, and the coach wisely goes out and says, nope, stay on the field. We'll take the breather here. Now he stands up again and ready to come off the field.
Is that the 7th time we've taken, 6th or 7th?
I've lost track.
Lots of injuries here. So Garrison Beach and the Badger offense are back out on the field. He has 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Sends one in motion. Hands that one off to...
Wow, that I could hear through the headsets as Malisi lowered the shoulder.
Sione Malisi, a gain of 1. So it'll bring up 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3.
A little less than 3, but we'll call it 3. Big 3rd down here for the Badgers.
Garrison Beach keeps it. He goes to the outside, and he has the first down. Gets out of bounds to stop the
down
clock.
the sidelines and gets good yardage. You know, that play action to Malisi froze the linebackers just enough that Beach could catch the corner.
Right.
That's another Schlick College.
Rolls out to the outside, just like you were talking about earlier. I'm liking the play calling here in this fourth quarter.
Yep.
Beach has 2 running backs, 3 receivers.
That means you're really bad.
Looking down the field. He has time. Beach kept it for a gain of 2.
Garrison Beach again with the scramble.
2nd and 8.
Slides in front of 42. Taylor Haley. Gain of 3, 2nd down.
He hands out. He kept that one. Play action to Sione Malisi.
Garrison Beach on the read off.
Boy, Beach did a good job with that. I honestly thought Malisi had the ball.
I did too.
He's up 3rd and 5.
And is that a...
Falcons are going to take a timeout here with
Falcon timeout.
6:48. This is a huge defensive stand here for the Falcons. You said maybe 2 possessions, but as long as the Badgers are taking on this possession, The longer you take to get a score here, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, the less time or less possibility you're going to have for that second possession. So I think the Badgers are looking, let's get a touchdown here.
Right. So with third and five, what's the play call you would go to?
Oh man, you're putting pressure on me right here. I think you've got to do something, a little misdirection. You've either got to do a play action, freeze those linebackers, or maybe a quick pitch. I think Malisi is going to be most effective getting on the outside.
Yes.
Pass play I would watch here for O'Hare if he can find the middle of the field.
You've got O'Hare and McCoy, Keyshawn McCoy out there as receivers. You also have Sione Malisi. Beach looking to the sideline for the call.
What's up, dog? Hey, what's up, dog?
10 seconds on the play clock. Hand off to Malisi. Malisi hit in the backfield. He's going to be short. He only picks up 2 of the 5 needed.
Yes.
So it's going to be 4th and 3, and I think you got to go for it here on 4th down. You
got to, because the Falcons, they're going to take as long as they can with this next offensive possession.
Well, and I think you're a little bit out of the range of Pisano.
Yes. That'd be about a 50-yard attempt.
I think you're just a little bit out of his range. Huge play. It all comes down to this one right here.
Beach keeps it.
And Beach is going to be short, I think. I think he's about a yard short.
Probably going to call it short. We'll see what they call.
Who are they going to give it to? The judge on the line judge on the far side is way short. The line judge on this side, I think he's short too. He had to get to the 27-yard line, and he's short of the 27. That is 2 huge 4th down plays by the Falcons that have stopped the Badgers. They're going to bring it out and measure it, and he's short.
They're bringing out the
He's a half a yard short. And in fact, it looks like they've moved the ball back even further. He's easy half a yard short. Two 4th downs are the difference in this ball game right now.
Half a yard short. Half a yard short, so heartbreak for the Badgers there. The only way you win now is if you are able to hold this team to 3 and out, 4 and out, and then get the ball back with at least some time remaining on the clock. But you know the Falcons, they are going to run as much time off that clock as they possibly can with this possession. Cavallero in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers, 1 man in the backfield. He hands that one.
DeShields almost breaks a tackle and picks up a big gain.
Gain of 3.
Shoestring tackle that time for the Badgers, Alec Drake, and that saved a huge gain. Good job by DeShields. Patience. I think you're going to see Lackawanna continue to just hand the ball off here.
Yes, sir.
They've got confidence in their defense. The Badgers have yet to get in the end zone.
They've got confidence in their defense for good reason, as you just said. The Badger defense has been doing well most of the game. Just that one possession where the Falcons were able to score a touchdown.
Pass to DeShields in the flats, and he's got the first down and more. In fact, did he step out?
I think he stepped out.
He must have stepped out. Otherwise, he was headed for a touchdown, and we have a flag on the play.
We'll wait for the call. If it's offsides, it'll probably be declined.
No, I think they've moved this to more like a holding area.
Push out of bounds by number 21.
The one flag was right at the line of scrimmage, like you said.
Number 12 of the offense, 10 yards to
Holding.
second down.
That's a devastating penalty against the Falcons because they had a first down and a lot more into Badger territory, but that holding call is going to push it back.
Tylen Papalo called there. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 8, excuse me. Cavallero looking to the sideline.
Rashard Jackson is in there at running back now for the Falcons.
Almost 5 seconds left on the play clock.
Low snap, pass out.
Passes that to Jackson.
Jackson does not get anywhere. Good job defensively for the Badgers.
The
Coming up
tackle
and
there,
make the tackle. Is that
Shad Pulsifer.
Yeah. Who caught him from behind.
You know, Shad Pulsifer is one of the very few people on this team that I know personally. And let me tell you, what a great guy he is.
Good.
He's fun and just engaging. So glad to see he's got some stats in this game.
3rd and long. Call it 11, 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11. So Cavallero making some changes there after looking to the line. Breeze has picked up a little bit, but Cavallero under pressure. He makes it to Black.
Black's got the first down.
Black has the first down.
Boy, the Badgers just could not get to Cavallero. They were putting pressure on him. He stood in the pocket and waited and waited and waited until he could find Black on that sideline.
Under 4 minutes left on the game clock.
Lackawanna looking to put the nail in the coffin here for the Badgers. If they can pick up one more first down, it might be all she wrote.
It might be over. But if the Badgers can keep them to 3 downs here, 4 downs here, and they get it, they will have enough time. If you remember,
Badgers have all 3 timeouts.
you remember in that first game against Garden City, with under a minute left, the Badgers got the ball. They were able to march it all the way down the field and kick the field goal for the win when they were tied at 27. So it's not unheard of for this Badger offense in these high pressure situations.
But they haven't shown much against this Lackawanna defense.
Right.
2nd and 6.
Cavallero has 3 receivers. He has Rashad Jackson in the backfield. Snow lined up with 4 men on the line.
Passes
Now
out to Jackson. Jackson hit as soon as he makes the
Tackled for
catch.
loss.
Loss back to the 41.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd and 10. This is the kind of thing the Badgers are looking for. Keep them to 3rd and long, 4th and long, so they cannot make it.
Timeout has been called. I haven't seen who called the timeout yet.
They have not.
They haven't signaled.
They have not signaled it.
Somebody had. Oh, there they've taken it. It's the Badgers. Badgers took the timeout. That makes sense.
You have 2 minutes and 37 seconds left on the game clock. It is the Falcons' ball. The Badgers need to get the ball back here and score a touchdown. A field goal would not be enough. 3rd and 10.
Big 3rd down here. I know I've said that over and over again, but it just in this close of a game, it is a very big 3rd down.
Always a big 3rd down. 2 incredibly talented teams. Again, Snow College was ranked number 7 coming into this game, and Lackawanna ranked number 9.
Downfield for Black, and he makes a circus catch again. Black is amazing.
Into the Badgers' 40-yard line. Black, what an amazing game for him.
You're going to see Black playing on Saturday for a D1 school, I think.
Very soon. Very soon.
He's a sophomore from Germantown, Maryland. He's made some huge catches.
The scouts have already probably looked at him.
And I'm more and more impressed with Cavallero as well.
Agreed. He's been able to have a lot of very well-placed passes, good eyes down the field. I can only think of one time he missed the open man. That one to Rashad Jackson.
Cavallero from Matamoros, Pennsylvania, freshman.
A freshman with that talent, that's rare.
So the clock is not in the favor of the Badgers right here. Badgers only have 2 timeouts remaining.
The Badgers are 2 wins and 1 loss so far in the season. Lackawanna, I believe this is their season opener.
No, they played last week. It was their first game. They won and they actually moved down in the polls.
Rashad, Cavallero
just throws it away.
Got that
under
away.
A lot of pressure that time by the Badgers.
Trace
Tupe, yep. So that favors the Badgers with stopping the clock. That surprised me of that play call right there, mainly because they've been able to do pretty well running the ball on first and second down and only passing on third. That surprised me that they passed on second down.
Probably the worst field position for our cameramen, because right in the middle of
we apologize, but there was no other way that we could bring you this broadcast. It was either what you're seeing or nothing at all.
Right. Lackawanna calls the timeout with just over a minute remaining in the game. Lackawanna has 1 timeout left, and the Badgers have 2.
The proud sponsor of the Snow College's Rowdy Crowd. Stop by the Reedland branch to show your school spirit with the Snow College.
Snow College Rowdy Crowd here. That's what they call their student section. And it is appropriately named, I'll tell you that.
Third down here, if the Falcons can convert and get the first down, it will be all she wrote for the Badgers. Even now, the Badgers are going to get, if they get the ball back, will have very little time to go a long, long ways.
Right.
Cavallero going downfield for Black, in and out of the hand.
In and out.
Black was not able to hold on to it, incomplete.
We covered it! We covered it! Yeah! Hey, we can cover him, though! You see that? We can cover him!
4th down.
Yeah, we covered him! Yeah!
Gerald Wilbin with
This
the
is going to be an interesting call here for the Falcons. A punt is not going to gain them a whole lot.
Right.
If they go for it here on 4th and pick it up, the game is over.
They leave their offense on the game, or on the field.
So 4th and 8. Cavallero signaling for the ball. Fakes the hand. Oh, no, he does get it off. And not enough. Good job by the Badger defense.
So it's going to take a miracle here. The Badgers have 1 minute.
And they've got to go 62 yards?
62 yards in order to get the touchdown. Here is Garrison Beach. He has 4 receivers. He's looking to throw. He keeps it. The pocket is collapsed.
Beach turns it up.
And he
Tackled
gets
out of bounds.
Gain of 2. No, they're generous, and they're giving him a gain of 4.
53.8 seconds remaining. Clock is as big a factor as anything in this game right now.
The Badgers, no huddle, hurry up offense.
Lackawanna showing blitz as they've got their linebacker 44, Keyshawn Moore, right up in the middle.
4 receivers for Beach. 1 man in the backfield.
Beach throws,
And
incomplete.
Incomplete. That one intended for Kevin Wright.
Incomplete.
3rd and 6. Lackawanna defensively has been able to get a lot of pressure on Beach here in this second half.
Right.
And they really only got this time 2 defensive linemen in the 3-point stance.
3rd and 5. If the Falcons are able to stop him here, it's game over.
Beach.
And he finds Kevin Wright for the first down. They call a timeout. Oh, no.
Get up to the line of scrimmage.
And they're going with the hurry up. Beach.
Taking a lot of time here, though.
Falcons 49-yard line. Beach looking downfield, and he's sacked.
Great defensive play right there for Greg Rose, defensive lineman, a sophomore. And now we've got a flag thrown. That's probably going to be on Rose. He was pumped after the play, and he made a great defensive play.
Yep. So that's 15 yards and a first down for Snow College.
Boy, it's...
You know,
I don't know that it's going to make a huge difference, but on the sidelines, Lackawanna coaches got to be frustrated. You just made a great play. Badgers were thrown for a huge loss. They were looking at, 2nd and really long.
2nd and 15 at least.
And they were back on their own side of the field again, and now they got a first down on your side of the field at the 43. 33 seconds remaining.
33 seconds left on the game clock. Beach has 4 receivers, 3 on the left, 1 on the right, and Sione Malisi in the backfield. Falcons, 3 backers.
Play clock inching down to 15 seconds. Beach taking his time. Low snap.
Low snap, and it's loose.
That's going to be picked up and a touchdown for Lackawanna.
It's going to be a
wow. What a
heartbreak.
What a heartbreaker right there. A low snap. Beach couldn't pick it up, and then it was kicked by, I think it was kicked by Malisi, but he didn't know the ball was on the ground.
That one, the fumble recovered by Keyshawn Moore. Keyshawn Moore recovers that and gets the touchdown. So that puts the Falcons up 16-6 with 20 seconds left on the game clock.
Badgers offense just unable to get anything going. Credit a lot of that to the defense for Lackawanna. A heartbreaking loss here for the Badgers.
Right.
At home.
Their second home game of the season, and it's going to end in a loss. And the Falcons call a timeout. Oh, no. Maybe. Yes. Heartbreaking loss for the Badgers here.
Well, a lot of things conspired against them. A good Falcon defense.
and an excellent Falcon offense led by Cavallero. We had
Norval Black.
Norval Black with a few amazing catches. Marcus DeShields running it right up the middle, and just some amazing plays from the Falcons.
Snap is good. The extra point is up, and it is good.
It's good.
So 17-6.
20 seconds left in the game.
Is good.
So this will put the Lackawanna Falcons at 2-0 on the season. It'll put the Badgers at 2-2 on the season. This game marks halfway for the Badgers through their season.
Halfway through their home season as well. Only 8 games on the schedule for the Badgers this year. First year of playing an independent schedule due to the demise of the Western States Football League. For the Badgers.
Cameron Siccotti with the kickoff here.
Badgers have yet to get a kickoff return. As Siccotti has kicked it away from Barlow. This one he kicks a low driving kick. Fielded by one of the up men for the Badgers. Out to the 35-yard line.
Cesar Warren with the carry there. 14 seconds left. And there's a call on the Falcons of unsportsmanlike conduct. Brandon Lane, the sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky. So that puts the Badgers just past the 50-yard line.
So 14.6 seconds remaining. Maybe time for 2 plays here for the Badgers.
Right. Hopefully score a touchdown and make it 17-12.
Make it look close anyway.
Sione Malisi with the first down.
Good run by Malisi.
Sione Malisi brought down by
Badgers have got to hurry if they even get one more play off, and they're not much in a hurry here.
And
they do get it off.
They barely get it off in time. This will be the last. Yep, incomplete pass.
That'll end the ball game. Great win for the Falcons on the road. First ever meeting between these two teams, and the Falcons come away with a big win against 2 top 10 teams.
Right,
playing in the NJCAA.
A great game. A great job to both teams. Just a reminder to all you Badgers fans, next week is homecoming. The kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. So be sure to tune in. They will be taking on the Iowa Central Titans, right?
I'll take your word for it. I haven't looked that far in advance. But it is homecoming next week, and we will have the game for you here on youtube.com/SnowBadgerTV. A reminder that we also have during the week coming up, we've got soccer this next week. The Badgers will be at home, and so we'll have some soccer coverage for you. Business seminars Wednesday at 12:30, convocations Thursday at 12:30.
Yes, sir. So for all the Badger team, all the Snow TV team here, we are Joe Williams and Gary Chittister. Everybody have a great weekend.
Another tough.